Hello everybody. Today we will be doing tests over Nakamichi 480z. We will be recording different sound tones. Like at this moment I set up 1 kilohertz on both channels and their input level is minus 20 decibels and it's perfectly matched to minus 20 decibels here, and we are recording on type 1 tape. It's TDK D90. Let's see what this guy is capable of. Is it better or comparable to the Nakamichi 680ZX? So as it two-head tape, we would need to record different tones and then play it back to see how it performs. So currently it's 1 kilohertz, it's recording. Let's add more. Let's go for 2 kilohertz on both channels for a while. See, still minus 20. Still like input levels are equal. So everything should be fine. Let's go to the 5. Okay, it's 5. Let's see. Let's do it. So there is 2 channels. You see, just like level is so equal that we cannot distinguish. Let me see if I can synchronize it better. So levels are too low. Okay. So you see there is 2 channels, you see? Levels are equal. So it's 5 kilohertz and we've been recording till 55. Okay, let's switch to 10 kilohertz and channel 1. So 10 kilohertz still shows minus 20 here, minus 20 here. Good boy. Let's record for some moment on 10 kilohertz. Let's see how it performs on type 1. And here we have 120 microseconds and type 1 or SX on. No Dolby. Okay, it's 75 and let's switch to 15. Into 15. Okay, we have 15 kilohertz on both channels. Still minus 20 here, minus 20 here, and we'll record till 100 on the tape counter. Okay, let's do 16, both channels, till 125. By the way, it's a pretty good deck. I have replaced all orange capacitors in it and it fixed the recording problem. I tuned it up So it records with good levels, and azimuth has been set up as well. What is interesting, this deck has a bias tune, so if you need to adjust it, you can do it. Alright, it's 117. One 22. Okay, almost 125. Let's switch to 17 kilohertz here and here. So still levels are in place. Levels in place here. So from 125 to 150, it would be 17 kilohertz. Now let's try to repeat 18 kilohertz as I did with 680, and we will be recording between 150 and 175. So 18 kilohertz is what Nakamichi 480z gave with no significant reduction, like more than 2 decibels. So 18 kilohertz, both channels, still levels in place, levels here, recording to 175. I remind you it's type 1 tape, so we should not expect too much from it, but I've been really surprised by Nakamichi 480z because it showed like better than passport data recording on this kind of tape. Okay, 170, and we will stop recording right here. $175. Good. I will turn off generator so to not confuse here. Let's see what we recorded. So it would start from 1 kilohertz just to test levels. You see levels here, keeps well. 1 kilohertz, very stable phase. Let's see. It will jump a little bit with levels as soon as we switch to the next frequency. So as you remember, next frequency was 2 kilohertz. Okay, it's 2 kilohertz now. No change here. Practically no change here. Next frequency would be 5 kilohertz. Okay, 5 kilohertz. No change here. Oh, really? Minus 2 decibels on this tape. Interesting results. Let's see how stable phase is. So, this is a phase on 2 kilohertz. Oh, on 5. Yeah, it's 5 till 50. 5 kilohertz, stable phase, minus 2 decibel. Interesting. Let's see. On 50, we will get to 10 kilohertz. Okay. I do not see any change. So you see, phase is stable, say -2 decibels, so probably it's just like specifics. Oh, there is a change, 56. Okay, 10 kilohertz. Phase is stable, levels are stable here. I don't know, it's not precise instrument, so measuring here is -4 decibel on 10 kilohertz. It's really weird. I didn't expect it. It's not the same as Nakamichi 480z. It still records terrific, so probably I would use metal tape to repeat the experiment to understand like if it's up to tape deck or tape. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we switch it to 16 kilohertz, it's 75. And on 16 kilohertz, it's -8 decibel from what we had before. Phase is still good. As you may see, almost no change. Stay here. Okay, let's see. I see a drop here. I believe it's 15 kilohertz, and we observing a drop like 5-8 decibels. I would rather say 8 according to millivoltmeter. Okay, there have been just switched to the next frequency. We come over 100 and it's 16 kilohertz, 16 almost the same like 15. And I would say that tape head of this deck looks almost like new. No wear at all, so it's been barely used for all these years. Okay, we're coming closer to 125 when we will be switching to 17 kilohertz. Phase is still stable on 16. Looks good. $125. Okay, there is a switch to 17 kilohertz. And it's the same levels here. No change. Probably it was a bit too much bias for this tape, but this can be adjusted right here during recording. Let's see. We can repeat our experiment. We're coming close to 150 here. Okay, still stable. As you remember, it was 16 kilohertz. Now we're switching to 70 or 18. Oh, it will be 18. We've been recording to 175, so just switched. Okay, 155, same level. So I don't see a big change after 15 kilohertz. So that's a good sign, but in overall looks like bias level was too high for this tape. So let's try to record with reduced bias and see how it will compare. So let me turn on generator back. at 1 kilohertz on both channels. So let's reset our counter, turn on memory, to roll it back, reduce bias by, for example, 2 dots, and let's see how it will perform. So turn on recording. Now we're recording phase is ideal because it is source. It's minus 20 decibel. Okay, it's recording. You see the counter. And now I will switch to 10 kilohertz and then to 15. Let's see how it will change. Let's switch to 10 kilohertz. Channel 2, channel 1, 10 kilohertz. Recording with reduced bias. Let's see how it will work with this tape. I would say that this tape is used so many times, so I'm gonna use my test tape. Results may be not very accurate, so I will read metal tape to test over again. Okay, 10 kilohertz till 20. Let's do 15. 15, we will do 15 till 30. Still levels are intact. Everything looks fine. Let's see. And we will do 16 till 40 and 17 till 50. And let's see what we have there. 16, both channels. We will do it till 40. Okay, and let's do 17 till 50. Okay, now we would be able to check how bias affects tape and recording. Okay, get back to 0, turn on play, it will go through the zeros now. Done. So we have 0 level on 1 kilohertz. That's good. Let me turn off generator so it will not affect anything. At 10 we will be switching to 10 kilohertz, as you remember. Okay, one channel, second channel. Phase is good, 10 kilohertz, no drop here, minus 3 decibel here. Okay. It just help a little bit. On 20 we will go to 15 kilohertz. That would be interesting. Switching to 15 kilohertz, levels get to -6. So by 2 dots on the bias, we gain like about 2-3 decibels. Okay. So it's possible to just, so it would be 30, we'll go to 16 kilohertz. So now you will be observing the change, 30. Look at the oscilloscope, okay, it's done. It's the same. Okay, so it looks like the bias is too high for this tape, considering that it's almost flat after 15 kilohertz. Let's do another test. Let's do bias like that. Oh, not to the minimum, but like that. Turning on generator. Go to 1 kilohertz just to check that levels will be intact. Okay, starting recording. So recording 1 kilohertz. Okay, it's 15, switching to 10 kilohertz. 15 or 10 kilohertz will be recorded until 25. Okay, and 15 kilohertz. Both channels. So we started at somewhere 28, 29. Let's go to 35. We just need to check levels. So probably I would need to verify bias consumption on this deck. 35. Okay. Let's play. So it's 0. 1 kilohertz, good level. I didn't touch bias consumption on this deck because it has bias tune, so but it's offset ridiculously, so I would need to test on the new tapes to see and bring it to the standards. Okay, we look into 15. It will be switching now. 10 kilohertz. And it shows -2 decibels. There, no change on the deck itself. Let's see on 25 it will go to 15. Phase is very stable. This is a really nice deck. Mechanically it's very good. You see it's 10 kilohertz, it's a flat line. Okay, switching to 15. 15. It's much better. Levels kinda -5. Okay, looks like I would need to work more on this deck. Like biases, there's already upsets. I would use test tapes to set bias level. Thank you for your attention. See you soon.